Hey friends, happy Thursday. Uh, I hope you guys are having a great week. I am having a decent one myself. This week, my focus in my group Sleep Little One, and just in general, has been on daylight saving time, the spring forward edition or the spring edition. Um, and I want to do this ahead of time because if you do want to do a gradual shift in your child's schedule so that they're not all of a sudden in a different schedule an hour forward, then this would be good for you. And starting in a week ahead of daylight savings time is exactly what you want to do. So I want to get my information out there now so that you guys have time to prepare. Daylight saving time, just for anyone who doesn't know, is on March 13th. So it's pretty soon. So I'm going to give you some options on what you can use for this shift. There's three options, just like there is for the fall edition that I have. And you can choose which one works best for you. So for this one, the first option that I would give you is what I was just talking about, the gradual shift a week before daylight savings times. And the concept to this is very simple. All you want to do is you want to wake your little one up 15 minutes early every second day. So you're starting on a Monday. So that would be this Monday coming up. You start on the Monday, you wake them 15 minutes earlier than usual. So that would be 6:45. And then you change their schedule, their entire schedule, including naps, feeds, and bedtime 15 minutes earlier than you normally would. So bedtime would be at 6:45 as well. And just for the record, this is based off a 7 to 7 schedule. That's what I do my sleep training on, is on a 7 to 7 schedule. And that is what this is going to be based off of. So that's why it would be 6:45. And then so that would be on Monday and Tuesday, you would do that. Then Wednesday, Thursday, you would go 30 minutes earlier. So you would start waking them at 6:30. Change the whole schedule 30 minutes earlier, go to bed at 6:30. Then Friday, Saturday, it would be 45 minutes earlier, so you would wake them at 6:15 and change the whole schedule, naps, feeds, bedtime, 45 minutes earlier as well, so bedtime would be at 6:15. And then Sunday will come along, and it will be what used to be 6 o'clock, but it will be the new 7 o'clock. So they will be waking at 7 o'clock again. So yeah, so you do that a gradual shift, 15 minutes every day, earlier and earlier, until they're eventually waking up at their scheduled wake time. And I recommend this because it doesn't give them that kind of jet lag-ish feeling of a time shift, which can be hard on little ones. Time shifts, it can even be hard on us adults. So imagine how it feels for your little one. I will say that the spring forward time shift or time change is a lot easier than the fall one, but I would say it's good to be prepared anyways, especially if you have a little one, because it's just easier for them. But there's other options that I have for you. There's two more. The second option I would give you is that maybe you forgot to change it, to gradually change your baby's shift ahead of time, so you can just do it the following week after daylight savings time. So same thing, except for you're doing it the week after. So if you're on based off a 7 to 7 schedule, for now you would wake your little one at 7:45, change the whole schedule in that way, and put them to bed at 7:45. That would be Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, you would do same thing. You would wake them at 7:30, change the whole schedule to shift to that, and put them to bed at 7:30. Friday, Saturday, you would wake them at 7:15, change the whole schedule to match, bedtime at 7:15, and then on the Sunday, they would be in bed at 7 o'clock again, and their schedule would remain as it usually does on a 7 to 7 schedule. So that would be the week after. So you would start that on the Monday after daylight savings time until that Sunday after. And then there's the last option, and that is to do nothing. Maybe you want your little one to start waking later in the day. Maybe you don't want them on a 7 to 7 schedule anymore. Maybe you want them on an 8 to 8 schedule. So what you do is just nothing. So if your little one was on an a 7 to 7 schedule before, you'd wake them at 7, have their schedule, for example, schedule for a 7 or 8 month old would be, as I train little ones, would be wake them at 7, nap at 9:30 to 10, nap at 12:30 to 2:30, and then bedtime at 6:45. Um, so, and the reason why it's a little bit earlier is because they're between 7 to 8 months old, or they're that age. When they get to 10 months, then you can do the 7 o'clock bedtime, but you don't want too big of a stretch before bedtime. But since there is that huge lunch nap from 12:30 to 2:30, they will be able to make it a little bit longer before bedtime and have enough to be really tired at night. So that's what that would look like. But if you want to change it to 8 to 8, well, 8 to 6:45 in this case, then you would do 8, nap time at 10:30 to 11, lunch nap at 1:30 till 3:30, and then bedtime at 7:45. So that's how it would look if you did nothing. You just you don't really change anything, and your baby shouldn't really feel anything. So you should be totally fine. Some babies or little ones do get a little bit cranky no matter what option you use with them. So just be patient with them. It'll pass. I would give it a week and they'll be fine. They'll be right back to their usual self again. No crankiness. They'll be good to go. And that is all I have for you guys today. This is a short video because it's pretty simple and to the point. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave me a question in the comment box, or you can DM me, or you can join my Facebook group called Sleep Little One. The link is in the description box. And I would love to see you guys there. I give free weekly advice and tips to exhausted parents who are really looking to improve their child's sleep and not lose their mind in the process. So I hope to see you there. I hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you enjoy the rest of your week and have a great weekend. And I will see you guys later. Bye.